Thank you very much for the vision you gave us on two things. I mean, basically the importance of 5G deployment, and I think this virus pandemic really brought to the attention of everyone how important critical infrastructures are, namely the telecoms one, and most specifically the importance of 5G deployment. But 6G is also on the way, and I think from the research viewpoint, I can imagine then next year's edition of EuCNC will be addressing more 6G from the research viewpoint than 5G. But still, from your viewpoint and what you would say are the main takeaways concerning the expectations on 5G deployment for Europe these days. I mean, do you think that really with all these situation we'll see too much delays, and how this can also delay somehow the research on 6G from the industrial viewpoint as well?
Well, that's a few very important questions. So let me unpack what you've said. First of all, in shifting our focus in our research and development efforts to looking forward to 6G, as I said in my speech, it's crucial that everyone understand that we are not at all going to lose our focus on 5G deployment. In some cases, it's actually a result of success. But in a way, it's also a bureaucratic response to the fact that we can't spend research money on deployment and large-scale investment. What we do want to do is to spend a lot of money on deployment and on investment in the network. And that's why we're shifting on to the CEF2 Digital, which was designed specifically to do what we didn't have under the CEF program now, which is investment in these advanced communication technologies, with particularly a cross-border element, which is why we're working a lot on these cross-border corridors. But more generally, whether it's under the regional funds, the structural funds, and now, of course, under the recovery package announced by the Commission, whether it is the Next Generation EU Recovery and Resilience Fund, or even some of the direct funding involving member states like InvestEU, we want that to have a significant digital and 5G element, and it will. So the member states have the opportunity to draw down money, which they can then put directly into communications infrastructures. And also, of course, operators can do the same, and operators can come together when it comes to mutualizing infrastructure. So we have in no way lost our commitment to 5G or our focus on it. It's just that as we get closer to 5G being a reality, the mechanisms, the tools that we use to make this a reality are important. But the delay is something we worry about. Some announcements about delays in spectrum auctions. Now, we understand that there has been a very disruptive crisis, but of course, as member states, as it were, recuperate, recover, and regroup, they will see and they know that it is actually, if anything, is essential that we advance and speed up the rollout, because 5G will be one of the tools, one of the levers to actually grow the economy, to make each sector, whether it is key technology sectors or traditional sectors, more competitive, more digital, more productive. And that's why 5G will be an essential part of the recovery program. And then, of course, at the same time, with a lot of the community who've been involved in the 5GPP, with a lot of the community in EuCNC, we are now starting the business of building the Smart Networks and Services joint undertaking to look ahead to 6G. And just as 4G was a key technology, some 5G is being built at the start on 4G technologies. We expect that the shift from 5G to 6G will be more seamless. There will at some point be standalone 5G networks. We are too early to say whether there'll be standalone 6G networks, but it will be a totally different paradigm. And that's what the research is for. So we have to focus on the 5G rollout and investment, just as the security issues that we've had to face up to be shown. We need to have some reverse engineering of our networks in order to ensure a high level of security. That will be built into all 5G, and it will be the starting point for 6G. I'm sorry if my response was too long, Luis, but it is a very important subject for us in the Commission.
No, I appreciate that, because in fact, I think you helped on clarifying a little bit what we can expect, all of us, at European level at least, not only from the 5G deployment, but also on this 6G that is starting now. Thank you very much. Thank you again for your talk. And I hope that next year we can meet physically again in Porto, Portugal, and enjoy the delights of not only the city, but also of this community of EuCNC, of bringing people together to discuss mobile and wireless applications. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.